Welcome to the Insurance Brokers Podcast, Helpful Hints. Here we break down the best, most informative bits of our full-length interviews.
COVID obviously has been unprecedented changes globally, personally, professionally, emotionally, every which way possible for pretty much everybody. But the movement towards this sort of customer-centric approach has been coming for a long time. And what the sort of digital world can do in terms of disseminating information to people that helps them then and there is absolutely phenomenal when you bring in algorithms and even something as simple as a Zoom call and that you and I are now, recording a podcast on. What you can do, a lot of the bars have gone. So what we should be doing as an industry is using the channels we've got available to really give advice, which we are very well positioned to do. And one of the things I love stats, right? And no, I love and hate stats because, double-edged sword. But one of the things your white paper brings out very, very strongly from the analysis you guys have done is what your clients, your sort of end customers, the policyholders, were coming to you for additional outside of insurance support. But what has always struck me about our industry is risk is one very small element of an overall business strategy, and we're very well placed to support with the tax, the legal, and you go into detail in your report. Do you want to give us a bit of an overview of what sort of facts and sort of stats you've seen coming through over the last year in the various different departments you guys have?
Yeah, so we offer a legal advice line and a law hub, which is a kind of a digital repository for SMEs to go and find a whole wealth of information, advice, guidance, dummy and template documents that they can use for their own purposes. But during COVID, we saw a huge increase in the amount that our advice line, if we focus on that, was used. And, we were getting on average, about 120,000 calls a year. That went up to 250,000 last year. So, we've seen double the amount of people calling. And we were lucky. We were able to draw on some of our experience, obviously having a law firm, having a specialist tax consultancy. We wrapped that in our proposition. We were spending a lot of time communicating to brokers saying, here's the 101 on furlough. Everyone thought furlough was how long a horse won a race by, not too long ago. The reality is that there's a piece which is guiding people through that, guiding people through how you took advantages of loans, the furlough scheme. Everyone was just kind of pulling information from wherever they could find it. And I think that the brokers responded really well to us giving them the tools to be able to talk to their customers, to give them some direction. And for us, whilst we've got that capability, this is the point you made earlier about becoming more customer-centric, moving around and understanding the customer's needs. Now, this is what our strategy is all about, being a specialist, right? Diving into the detail, understanding the customer and having a range of products and services that actually add value to them rather than just intermediating, placing and risk managing insurance. We want to be much more proactive than that. So that's where COVID gave us a huge opportunity to be able to showcase that capability on something that's so relevant. But as we've talked about before, my kind of bit is SMEs have crises every day, right, in various different shapes and form. And I think it's taken the global pandemic and the crisis around that for us to maybe start making some traction about going further and the relevancy of that. So we're desperate through the white paper, through our engagement, to make sure that stays focused, because adding value to the customer, supporting them, is a really strong way of getting this industry back on track in terms of from the customer's perspective. So we're very much looking forward to pioneering that, I think.